Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Next Gen SMP. I'm trying out a little bit higher audio this time. I was told my audio is a little low, so we're boosting myself up today. I don't want to be too loud, but I also don't want to be too quiet, so I'm trying to find that nice little balance between loud and quiet. So today, we're going to be doing a few different things. So my base, as it stands right now, needs to be reorganized to a degree. So I moved these, right, and that means I can't access any of my drawers, I guess, right now from my storage system, which is fine. Where did I move them? I moved them down here, right? I cleared out another little area down here, a second basement, you could call it. And this is going to be used for kind of housing my drawers and my resource production to a degree. You might be like, what do you mean by to a degree? And I'll explain that here in a second. But so as you can see, I just kind of chose a few different things to throw in drawers. I'm actually using void upgrades. They're not hard to make. There's a bunch of obsidian, but the reason was because these guys, I have 3 trees in here, right? And the sticks as well, but oak, spruce, cherry, and that's what I have right now upside in these bonsais, which I want to actually move down to the basement. As you can see, they have a lot of resources in them. I've actually left them running overnight. Actually, maybe for a few days now. I'm actually not sure how long it's been since I've been on, but it's been a while. So these all gotta go down here, and they gotta get thrown in the controller. Now, there's an easier way to do this with pipes, but right now, I just want to actually get the stuff out of these chests for the main reason of I want to actually get these chests set up somewhere down there, and then I want to pipe in the resources from down in the basement. I don't want to have these sitting up here. So that is the goal of today. One of the goals of today initially is to move this down there. I don't want to actually have to, look at this. I want this to all be manual now. And then, once we have that all set up, I want to find a way to basically rehook this back up to our storage system. I know there's a way, but I want to show it off on camera, of course, So that's what we're gonna do. So this is basically all taken care of now. These are probably like almost over. That one's full. This one's not quite full. Yeah. So like that's full. This is fine. We're never gonna need more than 2K of most of these resources at any point in time. Most of them. Okay. So cool. So you could basically get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Break that. Break this. And break this. Okay. So, we gotta look into what pipes we have, right? So, pipes. We have energy pipes and fluid pipes. We're actually gonna look into item pipes today. Droppers. Ooh, I don't have any cobblestone up here. That is correct. Let's just grab just a bit of cobblestone from my thing down here to tide me over. Right, just in my inventory. So we're gonna make... Okay, cool. I need... Yeah, let's make like 3 crafts worth of this. 3 more crafts. Okay, cool. Actually, I want to grab that cobble out of there. I don't want cobble in here. That's the thing, right? And then we're going to go back to pipes. We're going to want item pipes. I want 2 crafts worth of that, let's just say, because item pipes are kind of nice. And then where's my pipe wrench? Cool. There it is. So, we just got to figure out where we want this. We're going to want this in our basement down here. So, maybe we'll do we want to do that along this wall? So the way I have this set up right now, I'd actually have to shift everything over if I want to do this along this wall, which actually might not be a terrible idea. Yeah, I might have to shift these all over by 1. I'm going to actually move this controller down to where this is, right? And then I'll do along here in the wall, I'll be doing... Yeah, okay. I'll be right back because it's going to take a few seconds to do this, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the idea, right? These are being right here, and our insert into the system is right here, right? So here's the idea, right? We're going to go behind these, right? And we're going to have like a little, wiring back here, but that's fine. So I'm going to actually expand this for future use. Because again, I mean, if we're going to want to use this in the future, we're going to want to be able to get back here. So, I'm going to do this. Simple pipe. I can extract from this side, but I'm going to choose not to. Okay, that's fine. And I want to just extract from here. Set that to extract, set that to extract, set that to extract. Cool. And it's just that simple. Right, so now whenever they get something in there, it comes back out around and goes into there. Ain't that neat? It's pretty simple. And then what we can do is we can cover this up with the wall. We have a few options for kind of covering that up. Chisels and bits is probably the easiest one. So if we look at chisels and bits... Chisel and bits, we can make ourselves that's a block carpentry chisel. A stone chisel from chisel and bits. We'll do an iron one. Because we're going to need a stick. We can't do that quite yet, so we got to grab a stick from down here. Oop, I kind of rearranged how that works slightly. Right, so we're gonna do that. Cool. And how much wool do we have? Wool. We have 2 black, 2 gray, and 4 light gray. That works for me. Okay, cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab out of here a block of cobblestone. We're gonna put it down, right? We're gonna get our chisel, and we're gonna actually, basically, we're gonna dig away at this block. That's actually the whole block. We've got ourselves a bunch. The state you're trying to place is not valid. Isn't that the whole? Okay, it's apparently it's one plane of the block, which is fine. As you can see, we're slowly chipping away at this block, and the block is no more. And there's a bunch, actually somewhere, there's a bunch of these little things. Now, what we can actually do is we can take this, make one of those, and then we can just shove all of these in there. This is all the little bits of this block that we just broke up. It's been broken up into, you know, whatever. I feel like, for some reason, yeah, I don't think we got the whole block. I think for some reason it just, oh, well, there's one other piece of it, but I feel like for some reason it just didn't want to give us the whole block once we got most of the block. Which is fine. But the whole entire idea is, and I don't know if we want to use necessarily cobblestone for this. We're using what for upstairs? Well, sandstone? I'm not sure we're going to continue using sandstone, but what we can do is we can grab a sandstone out of here. We'll do the same kind of idea, sandstone. And this time I'll actually do this kind of a little bit smarter. So we can actually put down you there, right? And we can do boom, 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 boom. We're just going to break you down to slowly the same thought. 2. Okay, so that's 1 thick, right? And what we can do is we can grab you. We can actually kind of decide how big we want this to be. Because we can build. For some reason it doesn't want to display. Yeah, I don't know what this is all going to be. There's also one that does lines. So we can do 16 lines off the side of this block. Yeah, it doesn't want to display. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be displaying correctly. I don't want to do this one by one. You are not holding enough cut sandstone bits. Oh, it wants to replace that block. Oh, wait. Here's what we can do if we want to try to... I don't think it likes it because we're trying to do it on chest, but we can do is we can do that. Right? And now we have both of them, right? And now what we could do is now that we've created them, we can just do this. Oh, it doesn't like that. When we do that, it tries to, like, do this weird detached mode. There we go. There we go. Now it's covering that, and we can kind of, like, encase these, like, in sandstone too if we want to, right? That's weird. That's a block error. But we can, like, if we wanted to, we can do, like, something like this, right? So we'll do like that. And we'll, oh. Right, and we'll do something like that. And we'll do something like that. Right? So watch this, right? What we can do is we can do that is no, we don't want that. Then we want this one. Like that. Okay, well this is a little annoying because of the way this is set up. What we can do is we can just do this for a second. I'm gonna put this in there. There we go. And now we're starting to get somewhere, right? Oh shoot, it's the wrong sides. It's something about how these are set up. I was gonna say what we can also do is we can go back here then, right? We can do more chisel and bits. I guess chisel and bits is kind of broken right now, but we can do some, like, along the lines of, yeah, it doesn't want us to do this. Kind of sucks because it thinks we're trying to open up the things and we're not. I want to put but you see what I want to do. I want to do that, and it doesn't want to let me do that because of the bounding box of the things. And these don't even want us to don't want to render properly through these blocks, which kind of sucks. I was hoping I could do something like this, where these shown like that. Okay, this is just the kind of idea. I'm just gonna do it like this, where I'm just kind of covering it up. I was originally gonna have like a little glass thing so you can see in here, but for whatever reason, it's not working properly right now. It's broken to a degree, so we're just gonna leave it like this because, again, it also kind of makes like an invisible wall to a degree, which is a little weird, but something strange about how when these read that there's a block near them, it thinks that it's like a full block, which means don't render that, which means big problem because it's not a full block, which means you can see the part that's not being rendered, which means it's like open to the air and exposed to the elements, which is not good. But okay, that's fine. Okay, quick little thing before we get moving on. Before we link up our system here, I believe we want to look at a mod called Cobble for Days. I didn't mean to put two ats in there, but I can remove one of them. We're gonna want to make a cobble gen of some tier. Doesn't matter what tier exactly. You do something like that. We just gotta get a water and a lava bucket. I have a water bucket there. Lava bucket will be as easy as doing like this, right? And we can go. I think this is probably the best tier for us because there's the gold tier and the diamond tier. And while we could maybe waste some gold and diamonds on this, we aren't gonna need that much cobblestone. So what we're doing is we're actually going to make an upgrade to probably. How much gold do we have? I'm sure that's enough to warrant an upgrade. What we might want to do is we might want to get. Okay, so we're gonna make another copper upgrade then. We're gonna make that for our. Oh, we need a drawer. Oh, we were. Okay, we're gonna make a drawer. Oak drawer. And we need to make an upgrade. There we go. Cool. So what we want to do is we want to make sure this is on the cobblestone. That can hold 16.4K, but I want to make sure it's going to hold enough. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go down here. I'm going to shove you right there. What this guy does is he actually pushes that cobblestone on the top side, which top side right there. So we should actually come back. There should be more cobblestone there. That generates a certain amount of cobblestone every few ticks, and now it's getting pumped up right into our drawer there, which is nice. Got a lot more cobblestone out of that. That is something done off the list of things to do. Something that's really easy to get off the list too. Okay, cool. I just want to repair my boots quick, so I just realized they're very damaged. So really using this pack to repair armor and stuff. Just boop, boop. Probably repair my leggings too if I want to. I do too. No, it's full healed, so I don't want it to be fully healed because I don't want to waste emerald. That. Okay, cool. That's good enough. There we go. The pack is updated, so there is some recipe fixes and conflict changes. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Certain stuff probably still needs to be fixed, but we fixed what needs to be fixed. That's a big issue right now. So that's pretty nice. I think I forgot to mention that at the beginning of this episode. Okay, so this is good. So we can also look back at Tom's. That's the name of this mod that we're using, at Tom's. So Tom's. Okay, so maybe this is just a simple storage. Okay, simple. What is the name of this of his mod? Is it just storage mod? Because I thought it was at Tom's. It is at Tom's. Okay, why is it acting weird? Oh, at Tom's _ storage. Okay. Well, anyways, we can use these inventory trims across our base to connect basically this down here to this up here. And you might be like, well, how? Well, it's gonna be a long process, and we're gonna need a lot a lot of things to do this. So we're gonna show this off. This is gonna be a bit of a process, but we're gonna make it happen. Cool. So do I have any other trims right now? Just so I'm not. I do have some other trims. Okay, and then we're gonna need back to get our oak back because we ran out of archwood, I guess. So we're gonna make a bunch of these trims. Right, that might be enough. If not, it's fine. We're gonna need paint as well. Yes. Do we have everything for this? I'm gonna say I doubt it. Yeah. We don't have blue, which we can actually make. We don't have black, which I think we can make. Yep. Do we have red? I'm gonna be surprised we don't have red. We'd have like a beetroot. Yeah, we have one beetroot at least. Okay, cool. So what we're missing is a stick and a water bucket, both of which are easy to get. Boop. Stick. I'm gonna grab a water bucket from over here quick. Cool. We're gonna make ourselves some paint. Huh? We just crafted everything for this. There we go. I was gonna say, wait a second here. Okay, bucket. Can I grab the other bucket? I guess we don't got the other bucket back. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, right? That right there, I think actually is an inventory trim. Yes, it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Go there, there, there. Right, we're gonna snake this along like so. Oops, I did not mean to do that. We're gonna put that back. Oh shoot, I think I accidentally mined more sandstone than I mean to. Well, I mean, I actually didn't mind. I didn't mean to mine any sandstone there, but we'll fix that quick, because that's going to be annoying to me if mobs can kind of come into my base. I mean, they can't really spawn here anyways, but that's fine. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to use our painting tool while we're actually here. Because what we can do is we can take our painter's kit, right? We can right-click that. I think it's left-click. Yeah, and then shift right-click and then right-click, right? So if we want to paint things, we can just kind of paint it. So you are going to be cobblestone. Okay, we're going to go down here. We're going to add some more trim. We're going to shift right-click you on that, and then paint this like that. And this does have a durability, so eventually it's going to run out. But as you can see right now, you know, we're kind of just painting trim as we go along. That one I'm not going to actually paint, because this is kind of my basement that I'm going to let be a little dirty, if need be. At least where I can. Cool. And then this is going to be the kind of clean part of the basement, which is the flooring. So actually, this is going to be something that needs to get changed. And then we're going to put you down there. That can be dirty, but this is all going to have to be trimmed up. And then what I can do is I can do boom, 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 boom. Kind of cover this all up with a good amount of paint. Cool. And now if we go back upstairs to our thing, we should see... Oh, that's right. So you see we're not seeing cobblestone. That's because I forgot the thing where there's a limit on how far the trim can go. Forgot about that. So, if we look at Tom's, not tins, Tom's. Why does it do that when I do this? At Tom's, there we go. There's inventory cables and there's framed inventory cables. And there is things about table connectors. Connects the inventory to the inventory network. Yeah, I think essentially how this works is that these, I forget what these are, cable connectors. Connects the inventory to the inventory network, or it gives access to the network. Okay, I think what it is, if I remember correctly, is that the trim only can go for a certain distance. After a certain while, you need cable. Yeah, long distances must be used to attach inventories. One inventory connector must be present in the network. Yeah, I got to figure out exactly how this works. I think we have this sitting on the guy down here, the controller, and then we have the cables going the rest of the distance, which is kind of annoying. But I forgot, I misremembered. This is going to be the same as the trims where we can kind of paint it, the framed ones. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need one of those. And, you know, we could do a framed one too, but I don't think we're going to need a framed one. So this is fine. Okay, so we're going to craft a bunch of these then. It's going to just be a bunch of... It's going to be a similar thing, just slightly different recipe and reason for it. Okay. I guess here I go again. Crafting things. Okay, just to show how this is working. As you can see, my cobblestone's actually ticking up. What we're doing is we're having frame cables come down from over here. Going down, coming down, and then here we have our little bit of our inventory cable connector. This is just so it all connects all properly, and that is all that is for. So, you might be like, well, and of course I'll paint these later, but you might be like, well, okay, that's fine. but there was one issue, and it's not connecting to that block in the bottom. That's right, you have to actually bring it back up and around. But I can actually maybe probably do, because it doesn't, I don't think it would matter all too much, so I could probably hide it here with framed cables, right? So if I wanted to frame, I guess that one doesn't have to be framed, but this one and this one don't have to be framed, and I could just kind of get rid of this. It should still work. And then I don't actually have to worry about painting, you know, a cable in the ground and having that little bit show up there. So this mod's all about kind of, you know, finding compromises sometimes. So, again, if we just want to do that, we can do that. Oh, that's not right. And then we do that, and then, you know, that's not visible at all or anything like that, right? Everything in here is fine. Go down. Like, of course, we're gonna boop. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. We just do that, right? And then again, this is just boop, 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 boop. Cool. Everything's covered up, right? Except for that, which is fine, because I'll get covered up later whenever we decide exactly what we're doing down there in the basement. But yeah, this is all working fine now. And I can put everything back where it belongs. And everything's very, very happy, very, very cheerful, all that kind of stuff, you know? And I've cleaned up my base just a little bit. Cool. I'll throw that in there, because I might end up using that a lot. So you don't really need this anymore. Okay. That took a lot longer than it should have. I want to kind of get prepared for the next episode. To do that, we're actually want to plant some rubber trees. I want a good amount of rubber wood going forward. I don't have a lot of dirt on this island, which is kind of saddening. I chose an island that doesn't have a lot of capabilities for planting rubber wood. And you might be like, well, okay, the rubber wood's not really going to grow there, and that's fair. We're going to actually repeat the process of it using bone meal if we have to, but for now, I'm just not going to really worry too much about that. Again, I don't want to have to use too much bone meal, but just to get the process started, I'm going to actually use some bone meal. I could probably actually move them closer to my house and just put some dirt blocks in the ground, but essentially these are going to grow. I'm going to chop them down, you know, like normal. Grows. I chop it down. When it lets me, sometimes Ultimate doesn't want to work properly, right? So, you know, it's going to be that kind of process. In fact, if I do enough of this, I might not actually have to, like, do this next or be ready for this next episode, but the whole entire goal of rubber trees, and at least, I guess more so the growing and then the kind of, you know, whatever of rubber trees, is that we want to get rubber out of them. And there's a few different ways to do that. So rubber itself, right? Rubber comes from a few places. There's tiny dry rubber and dry rubber. There's rubber from TBIC, which can come from rubber sheets, or we can smelt up slime balls, which actually, to be fair, kind of easy to get. We can smoke slime balls, we can campfire, what's that? That's the third one on that list. I'm kind of curious what that is. I believe wood resin, pink slime, slime ball, latex. Haha! Look at that. There's a way to get from, not only the rubber wood, but I didn't even know the leaves, but you can get a latex, which is kind of what we're after. We're going to need a centrifuge to do that. But that is fine, yeah. And that's going to allow us to actually go a little bit further into FTBIC. Again, this isn't the only way of getting rubber, but that's one of the easiest ways. We're going to probably have to use slime balls to begin with. But once we get there, we can kind of... Actually, I shouldn't have broken that. But once we get there, we can just kind of use what we have. Originally, I wanted to plant these in bonsai pots and have that be our primary way of getting them, but that's fine. Okay, cool. So it's a pretty good endpoint to the episode. Just kind of explain what we're going to do next episode. Yeah, the next episode we're going to hop into FTBIC. That's the tech mod I want to start with. I'm probably going to move over to Factorium at some point, because I want to try that mod out too, but I just decided let's start with FTBIC. I want to give it a fair run, because last time in Direwolf I kind of circumvented it, and I think if I do FTBIC, or if I do Factorium after that, I think Factorium's going to end up being the more powerful mod of the two. So I want to kind of give them both the fair shot. So I'm going to do the less powerful mod, I believe, or my loop, which I believe is less powerful first. And that's just because it technically isn't convertible to FE and stuff, and we don't have power built up for it already. So we're going to be working from scratch. Then after that, we're probably going to hop into the RF-based stuff, like Factorium, and probably refined storage and industrial foregoing, and all the stuff that's fun that really uses RF instead. But until then, guys, like, subscribe, comment, do all that cool stuff, and I am out.